It is Wednesday, it is lunchtime, and I wanted to come on and I wanted to respond to one of the requests from a subscriber. On my last video, I shared with you guys about homework, how I've taken over homework for my my department or my grade level, which is kindergarten. And I just wanted to share with you and show you how it's going. And I actually had a request to slow down. I had a request from a subscriber to slow down and to show like the actual homework with the students, perhaps with their writing, and really to show and go more in depth with the homework packet. So thank you for you all for your comments and for letting me know what it is you want to see. And I also wanted to share that I talked to my colleagues about the spelling words, right? Because I shared with you all that, I had a little quick bite to eat, but that I added spelling words to our curriculum because we didn't have spelling words here at my new school prior to this. Maybe years past, but not in the last couple of years. And so I've added spelling words. So I just wanted to show you. I'm going to give you a close-up view a couple of ways. So this is what the cover packet looks like. It just has reading and math. And pretty much it's just saying this. It's saying, practice your reading test for the weekly reading test. This is the weekly reading test. This part of the homework is the test where they have to practice these words and practice reading the sentences. So they need to practice for that. Then it says, write your spelling words, and then it shows the spelling words. So this is the et family. So it shows the spelling words. And it says, jet, bet, met, get, wet, set, let, net, het, vet. Those are the spelling words. Now they're going to practice those spelling words, writing those spelling words on the paper that I provide. So you see the student, they practice writing their spelling words 2 times on the paper provided. So the paper that I provide, front and back, are for them to write and use to complete their homework, okay? So then it says, for Tuesday, it says, write 5 simple sentences using 5 of the spelling words. And then it gives an example. It says, I see the black net. So that is an example of a sentence that they can use. Now, for this student, y'all, I can tell her parents wrote this because I know her handwriting, and this is not her handwriting, but it says this, I like to have pet. I like to have pet. period. So it's giving students a chance to practice writing. Now with this student, I'm going to have to send a note to mom because I met mom and I know that mom is writing the sentences. I can tell by the handwriting. And so I'm going to have to let her know that she can do it. A lot of times in kindergarten, people, teachers and parents, you're thinking like it's too much work. Well, y'all know I came from a school that is extremely rigorous. My school was an IB school, a magnet school, also a STEAM accredited school. But that IB curriculum, which is International Baccalaureate, I've talked to you guys about that, is very, very rigorous. And so I know that they can do it. And a lot of times it's just like, letting parents know, and even my kindergarten colleagues know they can do it. I've seen it in action. So I'm going to have to send a note asking mom to let her, the student, this is whose homework it is, write her own sentences. But that was the homework for Monday and Tuesday. And then Wednesday is to complete worksheet number 1. They already did that. They decided to do that. Worksheet 1 and worksheet 2 was for Thursday. Friday, we have a teacher work day, but they already completed these worksheets. And so that is the homework for reading for the week. So the front is the cover, which tells them, parents, this is the day, this is what it is you're going to be doing. For Wednesday, complete worksheet 1 for reading. For Thursday, complete worksheet number 2. So this is kind of the instructional part of the homework. Now, for the math part of the homework, says to do iReady. iReady is a computer-based program that the kiddos have access to. So it's saying make sure you complete your iReady 45 minutes each week. But then it has the lessons. We're in chapter 8. For the math, it says complete lesson 8.9 extra practice, 8.10, 8.11, 8.12. So it tells them, parents and students. So it says Monday, complete 8.9. I wrote the word Monday. Also for Tuesday, same thing. Here are the lessons. And it goes on for Wednesday and Thursday. So essentially, this is our homework packet. And each day, it tells parents, exactly what the kiddos should be doing. This part of our homework packet is the daily behavior log. I don't actually use this log. My coworkers use this log, and they'll let the parents know how their kiddos are doing. Y'all, I just been really blessed, I think, with classroom management. I typically don't have any issues with classroom management. Even the kiddos, I'm just gonna be transparent. Like my leadership team, my principal and assistant principal have been like, Shay, your classroom is like those kiddos are not talking, they're listening, and they're engaged, and they're participating, and they're just like, oh my gosh. Some of the students, when they came from their first teacher, the behavior was different in their first teacher's class. It was not, they had a good behavior, but it wasn't, to the extent that it is now. And so I'm just so blessed. And I thank them for the feedback because you just don't know. But I have, always been blessed to have very good classroom management. And as you know, a lot of teachers know that's like about 80% of the challenge. If we can get that classroom management of that behavior together, then the 20%, the teaching we can do. So in a nutshell, though, I just wanted to go over the packet again. I wanted to slow down. That was the request. They said, Shay, slow down and show us the packet. Go more in depth. Can you show us the what they're doing with this sheet? I told you they're practicing this sheet. And then on Friday, I give them a test every Friday. It's called a progress monitoring test and they have to read the actual words and the sentences. Then they're using this sheet to do whatever, either write sentences or to write their spelling words 2 times each. They're using, like I said, on the back for this particular week, they're writing a sentence using their spelling words. Then I give worksheets. These worksheets I pull off of Pinterest. We can actually pull them off of Teacher Pay Teacher or Pinterest. So I vet them. I'm using worksheets for them to practice their spelling words. This week is the Et family. And then this page is actually coming from our official consumable, our math book. So I pull this from a resource that the school gives me. And then this is just extra package practice for each of the math lessons that we're doing every week. So guys, I just wanted to say thank you to my subscriber for asking me to slow down. Hopefully this explains the homework packet a little bit more in depth. And yes, and I actually look at the homework every day or every other day, depending on my schedule. And I actually leave notes to the parents on the homework. Either I put a smiley face and say, you know, great job. I'm looking at the time to see I need to go pick up the kiddos from lunch, or I'll just leave notes to help the parents to understand, you know, what my expectation and what the homework assignment is. So hooray. Thank you for asking about the homework. Hopefully that helps. Like I said, I broke it down a little bit. Y'all, it's hump day. Hump day is over. It's the end of my work day. And yes, we have had a fantastic day. On Wednesdays, my kiddos have music for half an hour. We have someone that comes into our school and into my classroom to actually give them music. It's really great though. They have a good time. Lots of just, you know, jumping around and coordination and singing and all of that. Beautiful. And today we also went to the library, the media center, for orientation. I don't know if the media center was open at the beginning of the year and closed. You all know that this is my new school that I'm at. So I'm not sure what was going on with that, but we went to orientation, and then next week the kiddos will be checking out books. And today they also had story time where the media center specialist, which is like the librarian. Back in the day, we called them the librarian. She read them a book. So they were engaged, and she was like, Shay, your class was so well behaved. I was like, hooray, yay. She was like, oh my gosh, I love it. So it was just an overall really good day, a really strong day as well. And guys, I wanted to share with you that my colleagues the ones, you know, we just started doing the spelling words. I asked them for, you know, feedback to know how their kiddos did on the spelling test, yada, yada. And they were just like, it was okay. It was okay. So I said, yeah, it's going to take a minute for the kiddos to get used to that routine and understanding the spelling words. But y'all, I was really glad that they just didn't abandon it. Like my one colleague was like, if they don't do good, I'm just not going to do it anymore. And I'm like, no, what are you talking about? You know, they got to give them an opportunity. But she was like, no, I'm not going to. We'll still do the spelling words. So I was like, yay, that's good. You know, homework is going strong. I've been communicating with my parents, and, you know, they are doing well with the homework. My colleagues said that their parents are responding pretty decently, so which is what we expected. So all of those are wins, and we'll take them, y'all. We will take them. I wanted to share with you guys. This is me just sharing my business, but I wanted to share with you a couple of things. It's actually a really great win. You know, we get our evaluations for our performance for last year. We get them kind of at the end of the next school year, like the end of usually November, December of the next school year. So for instance, a couple of weeks ago in December, I received my evaluation for my performance for the 2023-2024 school year, if that makes sense. So we're in the 2024-25, but for 2023-24, I received my evaluation. And y'all, it was a really strong evaluation. And come to find out, my work bestie, who was at my other school, she shared with me, because, you know, you have people, we shared our scores, and she was just like, Shay, your score was the highest out of all of kindergarten. And I was like, oh my gosh, not that we're trying to like outdo each other or anything. That's not, you know, it's not at all what happens. It's not what we're trying to do. But we definitely, especially my work bestie and I, we really collaborated, and we really shared ideas and resources and all of that. And she was like, you edged me out by just a little bit. But the year before, she beat me out. So it was really between me and her who was going to be the top out of all of the kindergarten group. So she was like, you deserved it. You worked so hard. Like, no, you worked so hard. It's like, you worked so hard. So we all worked hard. But yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, my score was the top. And the performance review was excellent. My new principal at my school now, she was just like, congratulations, Shay. She was just like, I'm expecting those same results, you know, at this school. I'm like, yeah, you know. But y'all, truthfully, I'm not sure how it's going to go this school year, because as you know, I was not here with the kiddos this entire school year. They came from different teachers, just at different levels, and I've been really fighting hard and working hard, as well as they've been working hard, with the rigor and just with, getting them all on my page in terms of my pace, my style, my expectations, and it's happening. But to be honest with you guys, I have to go back and reteach. So for instance, today in math, I'm just give you a prime example. In math, we're doing, addition. We finished subtraction already. Now we're on addition. We're talking about the teen numbers. So we're doing teen addition, teen subtraction. I had to go back and show them the numbers on their hand. I had to go back and say, okay, this is how you do the equation. If it's 10, take away 5, you do it on your fingers or you do circles. And so that stage, or at those chapters where those numbers were being introduced, they didn't know to use their fingers or use circles in order to complete their subtraction equation. So I'm going back to the foundation to reteach and really to assess. I gave them a pencil and paper. I created a pencil and paper test, math equations to see, because I said, wait a minute. I said, you know what, Shay, wait a minute. I keep, my former students, and I kept, and I said, wait, these students don't know. And I did it, and some of them knew. I'll say 50% of the class, but the others didn't. So now it's I'm moving forward with the lesson and the pace, but I'm going back to look at the foundation to see where the gaps are. So that's kind of what I'm saying. So this year, I don't know. I don't know how it's going to be in terms of the students' performance. I know that they're having growth. The diagnostics are showing that they're having growth. But I see gaps in the foundation, in the 9 weeks that I wasn't with them, that I know need to be in place in order for them to, the growth to be even greater. So yeah, we'll see, y'all. We'll see. But I'm going to do my best. They're doing their best. The parents are working with me and we are moving forward. So hooray. Also, my principal, she stopped me yesterday. We were talking about one of my students and I was elaborating on certain things. And so she was like, Shay, let me lean in. She was like, why don't you teach gifted first grade? And I was just like, gifted first grade? She was like, yeah, why don't you do that next year? Because you really have a good grasp of the rigor and you really are excellent. You're a classroom manager. You could get those kids, up and going. And she's like, I see it. And I see that is your strength. And she was like, you could do that. And I was like, well, I really love kindergarten, maybe have a gifted kindergarten. She was like, no, gifted first grade. So I said, let me get back with you. Let me get back with you. I want to stay in kindergarten. She's like, I understand. She said, maybe not next year. Maybe just wrap your head around it. And maybe in 2 years, we can do that. So I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I really love kinder. I don't mind trying new things. I don't mind that, but yeah, we'll see. But I just wanted to kind of share that with y'all, between me and you. So that's what was kind of put out there. So I was like, oh. So we'll see. So I'm changing out the twinkle lights, you guys, the batteries rather, and the twinkle lights. These are on right here. Y'all, these kids are on me. They're just like, can we get these twinkle lights back? And I have it stuck to two-sided tape. So they just, one of the responsibilities of the kiddos is to turn on the twinkle lights. And so they just come and click it on and click it off. So yeah. So now these twinkle lights are on. I've got my batteries. On to the next twinkle lights. I have the twinkle lights around my Promethean board and it's stuck. I have it taped with some double-sided tape. Y'all, that double-sided tape wasn't playing. I was like, oh my gosh, let it go. So anyway, I'm gonna switch out the batteries and get these twinkle lights up and running. lights. Done. Well, I am just sipping on my juice. I actually finished some apple juice in my new tumbler. I just wanted to show that it also came with a glass straw to go with the tumbler. I mentioned this, that I received this as a gift from G&G Creations. I received it as a gift. I've been using it. Y'all, it's been working great. I'm going to leave the information in my description box if you want to check them out and perhaps order from them. But this has really been great. And I'm glad that it's glass as well. Because, you know, sometimes with the plastics, it kind of can get into the actual, you know, liquids, into the juices or the water. Anyway, I just want to show you guys this. And it did come with a straw for the tumbler. Yes. Well, today is Thursday, y'all. Tomorrow is the teacher's birthday. I took off. I'm not working tomorrow. Woohoo! My work bestie told me that she took off today, and then she's taking off tomorrow. And today was not a teacher's workday, but she had to, you know, take care of something. So she's off Thursday, Friday, then of course the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, and then we have a holiday on Monday. So I'm off 4 days. So that's really pretty exciting. The kiddos are doing really well. Again, I talked to my colleagues again today about that spelling and just how the kiddos are doing with the packets, with the homework. They said everything is kind of, you know, getting better and they feel really good about it. So that is really great as well. So yes, I'm going to head over into the room, into the closet, because y'all, I'm out of paper. Well, I'm almost out of handwriting paper and it's pretty expensive. I don't have any more money like in my teacher account in order to purchase that. And so I saw some over there in Creepy Room. Well, the storage room. I saw some over there when I was looking through it and showing you guys that room a couple of weeks ago, maybe even a month ago. I'm going to go in there and see if I can find that yellow handwriting paper. It's really brown, but some of it has started to turn yellow. But I'm going to take it because I need it for my kiddos to do their spelling test with. So come with me in Creepy Room. I call it Creepy Room, but it's not really creepy, but this is like the all catch-all kind of storage room. I showed you all this on my previous video. They have just lots of supplies and just things in this room. But I'm specifically looking to see if they have that handwriting paper. It was kind of yellowish. I see it. I saw something over here. Y'all, they have whiteboards. I'm going to confiscate some whiteboards for next year because I need those. But yeah, okay. So here is, it's a little bit worn, at least the outside, but so I'm going to take this stack. I think one stack should do it. Yeah, I was going to take another one, but just in case somebody else, you know, needs to come in and they need some handwriting paper as well. So I'm just going to take this back over to my classroom. Yeah, this is kind of got some books in there, puzzles, things like that. I headed over. Back in my room. So I'm back over here. So I've got me some handwriting paper. All right. So that's great. I have everything set up for when I return back from the 4-day weekend. We're still going to be in the same word family. We opted to have them do the same word family, the Ed word family, for 2 weeks, just to give the kiddos in the other classroom just a chance to do well as the best that they can. So we're going to have these words, the Ed word family. And next up, I'm going to put the Ed word family. Go ahead and end the video now. Why? Because the announcements are getting ready to come on in just a little bit. And they're just doing kind of like the evening announcements or the afternoon rather announcements, as well as, notifying us of different things that's happening in the school. So that usually lasts for a good 15 to 20 minutes. So I'm like, let me go ahead and wrap up with you guys now before that comes on. But guys, thanks again for watching. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for liking. Thank you for subscribing. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one next week on my 4-day work week. Ha ha. This is Shay with the Learning Project. I'll see you next week.